shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lay down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat is in his bowels is turning, it is the gall of asp within him. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again.
Yeah, because all that Esau has taken is going to be restored, man. Okay? All the gold, alright? All the silver, alright? Then you got gems, because a lot of the time we talk about gold and silver. You got them gemstones, man. Alright? And Esau, he uses those gemstones on the left-hand side. Like, if you want to get information about gemstones, you really got to dabble. I was doing this the other day, man. Alright? I was doing some research on some stones, right? And really, to get into it, you got to go onto these, like, pretty much sites that will, you can see there's a witchcraft vibe over that site, man. Oh yeah, this stone and this chakra and the earth, and you got to really be, you know, diligent to take the bones out of that and see the spiritual side of it, man. And then when you order them, you got to pray over it before you wear them, man. Because Esau will be using these stones and these elements to do witchcraft, man. Like there's witches, right, that they wear, you know, gemstone rings and earrings and stuff, you know, and they're using it on the left-hand side, man. You know, but all of the riches that he's taken, the point is that he's gonna have to vomit that back up, man. All right, and it's gonna be given unto us, the rightful owners of it, man. Esau has no right owning anything. Okay, like Esau being in power is like a trigger-happy kid with an AK-47, man. No responsibility. He's just happy to have the thing in his hand, and he's pressing, man. All right, go on.
He shall suck the poison of asp, and the viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers of the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. Verse 18, that which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein, because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor.
Yeah, because you got Jakes that's talking about give us our reparations and stuff like that. That's nonsense, man. Even if Esau gave you the financial worth, alright, that doesn't add up to half of it, man. For Esau to give us our reparations, he needs to go into slavery.
That's right.
And give up the whole planet Earth.
That's right.
That's the only reparation, man. Now, you tell me, is Esau going to do that? Hell no. Alright? That's why Yahushua is going to have to come back and take this, man, as a thief, man. Okay? Not ask for it, but take it, man. Okay? Because the scriptures talk about the Lord is going to come and plead. Some people will read that as the Lord is begging. Oh, please, give it back. No, man. It means to judge, man. Okay? The Lord is going to come and execute judgment on this place, man.
That's right.
And take back that which is ours, man. Okay? Alright? And as I like to say, man, if we build that number, you know, we pray Abba Ra'azah, man, but it's the elect, it's Yahushua and the elect that made this universe, man. Alright? So really, the elect is taking back what they made, okay? On the mandate of the Heavenly Father, man. Alright? Go on.
Because he have violently taken away a house, and which he builded not. Because he have violently taken away a house which he builded not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. Where shall none of his meat be left? Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits.
Yeah, so we're at the top of his rulership. Because the scriptures, in fact, let's get that where it talks about there will be peace and safety, then sudden destruction. Because at the top of Esau's rulership, when he's going to get to that point where it's like, I made it. Like, yes, I'm at the top now. At the fullness of your sufficiency, alright, that's when you're going to be brought down, man. So the Lord is going to allow you to rise up, continue, until you reach your peak, alright? And when you reach your peak, all right, that's when you're going to be brought down. You know? And that's the thing, man. That's true science, right? Because the higher something is, the faster it gets, man. It picks up more speed, all right? And velocity, because velocity is what? Speed and direction, man. So you're speeding up and your direction is down, man. Okay? So when you crash and hit the ground, man, that's it. All right? Go on.
It's 1 Thessalonians 5:3. So it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them.
Yeah, so Esau's he's gonna reach that level, man. He's actually gonna get to the point where it's like, okay, you know, we've established everything now, you know, is everything, you know, as they say, everything's going to plan, you know. And then when he gets comfortable, okay, and he's chilling, that's when it's all gonna go wrong, man. Sudden destruction, man. You know.
Did you want Thessalonians?
Yeah. Wait, did you just?
I thought he had. Okay.
I think you just read it.
You read it?
I think you just read it.
All right. Continue where I was.
Yeah.
In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
Straits is what? Position of difficulty. Yeah, straits is what? A position of difficulty, man. You know, so he's gonna be in that hard position, man. You know, that difficult time. Go on.
Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. The rush. No, it's like.
Read that again.
In the fullness of his sufficiency shall he be in straits.
Yeah.
Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him when he is about to fill his belly. The Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he's eating.
Yeah, man. So the Most High is bad, man. You know, he gonna allow you to get to that position, and it's like because eating represents what? Comfort, man, and being a relaxation, man. Okay. When you're in the ancient custom, when you're eating, it means you're at peace, man. You're chilling. It's nice, man. So when Esau was chilling, and he's like, yeah, this is it. That will be it for him, man. You know? Go on.
Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bar of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his good shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High, and the heritage appointed to him by the Most High.
Now, who are the wicked? Alright? The Edomites, man. Alright? Created for the day of destruction, man. So this is what's gonna happen to you, man. Okay? You know? And you can't see it happening, and that's cool, because, you know, you're an Edomite, man. You know? But we see it coming, man. Alright? And we're telling you that it's gonna come, and it's gonna happen. You can choose to accept it now or not, man. Because you got Edomites that actually go on YouTube and say, I'm sorry, you know? I'm sorry, they're crying on YouTube and stuff. And then you got Edomites on the other hand of the spectrum, you know, demonizing us and saying, oh, we're talking crap, prophets of doom and stuff. Okay, but accept it or not, it's coming, man. Alright? You know, like on a roller, you go to the theme park, yeah? And then they strap you in. And then the roller coaster's about to start. You can't tell them to stop, man. Once the ride starts, yeah, that's it. You gotta see it out. No matter how terrifying that ride is, you're on there now and you're going through that ride, man. Okay, that's why people, when you go to the like Thorpe Park and stuff, man, they're always screaming when the ride's about to start, and then it just takes off, and it's gone. That's it, man. Once you're strapped, Esau by default, you're strapped into this roller coaster, man. You know, you don't decide if you're getting on it or not, but from the day you're born, you're strapped into this roller coaster and you're going on that bad boy, man. All right. Go on. If you got some.
Finish there.
Go to old Matthew 24 on deck.
Matthew 24.
Yeah, start from the top.
And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another, that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what sign shall they be? The sign of thy coming and the end of the world.
So as I was saying just a second ago, we see it. Why? Because Yahushua has given it unto us to see, man. Starting with the order, man. You know, our teachers, the apostles and the elders, they got it from their elders and stuff, man. Going all the way back to, you know, Rabbi Abba Bivens, okay, you know. All right. The word has been given unto us, man. So that is Yahushua through the Spirit telling us, man, you know, of the things that's coming to happen, coming to pass, man. All right, go on.
And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. That's
24.
This is verse 3. And he sat upon the Mount of Olives, and the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumours of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
So we're hearing of wars and rumors of wars, man. That's been going on for years now. But it says the end is not yet. So there's still more to fulfill, there's still more to accomplish, to happen. Go on.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
That's exactly what we're seeing, man. We're seeing the famines, we're seeing the pestilences, man. We're seeing the earthquakes. Right? You know? So are you trying to tell me that prophecy is not coming to pass? Of course prophecy is coming to pass, man. Huh?
All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
There we go, because we were getting on Esau, but it's a twofold thing. Because Esau's going to go through his time of trouble, alright, which will end up in 1,000 years in the kingdom of hardcore slavery. But right now, the elect are going to go through their test as well, alright, you know. So it says, these are the beginning of sorrows. So we're living in the beginning of sorrows right now. Because we're seeing the earthquakes, we're seeing the nations rise up against each other, we're seeing the pestilences, okay, and it's only going to get worse, so that means we're in the beginning of sorrows, man, okay. So as much as we bang on Esau, which is all well and good, we got to check ourselves, man, okay, because we're going to go through the test as well. Go on.
And then many shall be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and deceive many.
So first of all, it says many shall be offended. So you got a lot of Israelites out here, you know, oh Shalom, we're the Israelites, and you know, all this big fancy stuff, man. Those are going to be the people. Those are going to be the people that when you know the deliverance, so like when we're delivered up to the nobles and the princes, those are going to be the people that, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. It wasn't me on the street. That wasn't me. I didn't do that. I don't believe in it. What's that? I was sick. Who's Yahushua? They're going to start denying the faith, man, because they're going to get offended, because they're going to have to realize, oh shit, I'm going to have to be killed. Like Apostle Gabar did a video the other day about you have to come to the realization that you might die for this, man. You know, when it gets real, you know, they're going to be like, I have to die? Nah, I ain't doing that. You know, they're going to start denying the Lord, man. You know? Because it's easy to talk shit when you're comfortable, man. Exactly. You know, I don't know how do you put it, man. You got people that, you know, whatever the situation it is, man. Oh yeah, when I'm down, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And then when the situation actually comes, it's like, what do I do now? Because the reality of it wasn't hitting you, man. But now the reality of it is in your face. It's like, well, damn. what do I do? Okay, so the Lord is saying, many shall be offended, man. So they're going to turn back on their heels and forget about this, man. Deny the Lord. And what's that going to be? Salvation? That's going to be destruction for them, man. You know? Go on.
And betray one another and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and deceive many.
So you're going to have fallouts in camps that's actually going to go to these elites and say, listen, man, I know where these guys are, you know. That's what Judas did, man. Okay? He what did he do? He left the Passover because what did Yahushua say to him? Go and do what you have to do quickly. And where did Judas go? He went to the Sanhedrin, to Caiaphas' house, to bring back the temple guards to the garden. Because he knew that after the meal, they're going to go to the garden and chill. So he said, alright, cool, I'm going to leave the Passover now. And he was, that's how you know, alright man, that's heavy, man. That's how you know that he was hesitant about it. Because he was there in the Passover, they're eating and then whatnot. And you can see he's getting all fidgety and shit. And your house just tells him, listen, man, hey, just go, man. Just go and do what you got to do. And do it quickly. Okay? So then Judas went off. He went to the chief priest's house, man, Caiaphas' house, brought the temple guards. That's how they met the Lord. That's why when he came back, what did Yahushua say? What did Judas say actually? He said, Rabbi, Rabbi. And he gave him the brotherly kiss. And what did Yahushua say? You betray your master with a kiss. Okay? And then they arrested the Lord, man. So you actually going to have people that was in the camp, man. Because Yahushua had men that was in his camp that betrayed him, man. Okay?
That's their lot, man.
So you're going to have men in the camp that in this actual time, man, when they fall out, they're going to go to these kings and nobles and be like, hey, I know where them guys are staying, you know. I used to be with them and I woke up. I'm out of that madness now. Let me show you where they are. Because they think that's going to give them immunity.
And because of that offense.
Exactly.
As well. You know, they feel hurt. So,
Yeah,
you know what niggas are like.
Yeah.
When they feel hurt, they want to get their get back. So that's going to be their get back.
And what it is because what was Judas's motive? He got that money, man.
Yeah,
that 30 shekels of silver.
It's all about money. And
So-
how do you know? Because when that woman was washing Yahushua hair with the perfume, what did Judas say?
Yeah, all them expensive oils.
That could have been sold. So his whole thing was money. He was a covetous man.
Yeah. And that's some nigga shit, man. Because the Lord, really, his heart was heavy, man. Because what did the Lord say in that example? She's doing it for my burial, man. So the Lord even knew that she's anointing my head and washing my feet, and they're doing this for my burial. Imagine you know when you're going to die, man. And then you got people there talking about fucking money. That's some nigga shit, man. Okay? You know, straight up, man. So, in this case, Judas's motive was that cash money, man. Alright? So the same guy that's going to do the same thing in this time is going to be, or they'll say to them, you know, like they even do it in these days. If you find these men, we're going to give you 50,000. Or in this time will be, if you find these men, we're going to give you immunity. You know, we ain't going to kill you. Alright? We're going to give you safety. We're going to let you stay in one of our bunkers.
Yeah.
All of that type of shit, man. And then that's going to be enticing to them. Oh yeah? I'm going to get this. Okay, I'm going to bring you to them. So you're going to have Judases in this time, day and age right now, man. Okay? Go on.
Verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, and the love of many shall wax cold.
Yeah, man. So iniquity is what? Repetitive, grievous sin, man. Alright? So because of that, the love of many shall wax cold, man. Alright? Now what's the sign that we are the disciples of Yahushua? Going on the street? Yeah, that's important, but that's not the sign of it. By doing videos? Yeah, that's very important, but that's not the sign of it. The sign that we are the Lord's disciples is brotherly love, man. Yes. He says, by this that I command you, I give you one more commandment, that you love one another. And by this, men shall know that you are my disciples, man. So when it says the love of many shall wax cold, it means brotherly love is going to go out the window, man. All of this, hey, shalom, man, you know, I got you, bro. All those people that talking shit, man, they going to be looking at you sideways, man. You know, they're looking to steal the bread out of your pocket, okay? Because that brotherly love is going to go out the window, man. Why? Because of that iniquity. Okay? Go on.
Verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Exactly, man. So really, you know, you don't know if you're a part of the elect, or you don't know if the next man's a part of the elect until you endure to the end, man. This is why we say we're of the hopeful elect, man. We hope and we pray. In fact, let me look that up where it says we're prisoners of hope. Okay? Because nobody knows out here for certain, man. we're confident in the Lord, in the Lord, but we don't know, man. Okay, prisoners. 1 second. Please, Philippians. Can't. Of hope. But there's one in Philippians, the one in Zechariah. This is Zechariah chapter 9 and 12, and it says, "Turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even to the day, even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee." So we're prisoners of hope, man. Okay, you know, meaning that what? We're bound, because when you're a prisoner, you're bound. You're in chains. You're in confinement. So we're slaves to the hope of Yahweh Shai, man. That look, man, Baba Kushar, Abarat Azar, man, you know, if we're of that number, we hope we're of the elect. So all we can do right now is hope for it. That's what the scripture says, what? Give diligence to make that calling and election sure, man. So we give the diligence and we pray and we hope that Lord, whatever. That's why David said, "Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer." Because this is what we do right now, is the meditation of our heart. But all we can hope for is that, look, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshai, Baba Kushar, accept that, man. You know, because if not, you're done, man. You know. Okay. In fact, I want to touch on that a bit, man, because that Judas thing, that Passover, that was heavy, man. Let me find where that is. One second. That's in Matthew 26. Start around verse 15. If you got a precept, get this first. If not, then we'll go to Matthew 26. This is real. And that's the thing, man. Things take people by surprise, man. Like, you read the scriptures, yeah. You read the scriptures and people want an announcement from everything. Like, this is the day, this is Jacob's trouble. They need an announcement, yeah. You know. This is the beginning of sorrow. Like, it's just gonna happen, man. And you gotta clock on, oh shit, this is the time we're living in, man. You know. So people still gonna be doing that snaky shit and not even clock that they're getting caught up in it, man. You know. Go on.
This is
26 start from around 15 or 16.
This is 6, 15. Then 14. Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went unto the chief priests.
Let's start from around 10.
So that's 10. When Yahushua understood it, he said unto them, "Why trouble ye the woman?"
You just however far you have to go up, just go up.
Matthew 26, yep, Matthew 26. "And it came to pass, when Yahushua had finished all these sayings, he said unto his disciples, Ye know that after 2 days is the feast of the Passover, and the Son of Man is betrayed to be crucified. When assembled together the chief priests and the scribes and the elders of the people unto the palace of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas, and consulted that they might take Yahushua by subtlety and kill him."
You see, because really they tried to kill the Lord. There's many attempts to try to kill the Lord. One time they had a council. Should we stifle him? Should we stone him? You know, but it had to go down according to the crucifixion, because that was the prophecies, man, and on the time of the Passover, man. But they were actually plotting and scheming for the Lord from way back, man. Okay, go on.
Then assembled together the priests, the chief priests and the scribes and the elders and the people unto the palace of the high priest, who called Caiaphas, and consulted that they might take Yahushua by subtlety and kill him. But they said, not on the feast day, lest there be an uproar among the people. Now when Yahushua
when you really get into the politics of it, the Romans had a regiment in Israel. Okay? Now, the thing is that they conquered that land and they were the overseers of it. And what the agreement was is that you Jews, you can keep your religion, you can keep your temple, you can keep your customs, but if there's any uproar, we're going to shut that shit down. And you just won't be able to practice your religion anymore. You won't be able to practice your belief system anymore. So they were worried that, look, man, if we do it and there's an uproar, there's an outrage, the Romans, they don't come down on us, man. They're gonna arrest us, they're gonna kill some of us, they might even, close the temple. So they said, look, man, we don't want to do it on a Passover because that's gonna cause an uproar. Okay, go on.
Now when Yahushua was in Bethany,
And who was the Roman overseer of that province? It was Pilate, Pontius Pilate. That's why Pilate had to give what? He had to give report unto who? Caesar, back in Rome. Go on.
Now when Yahushua was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, then came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of precious ointment, and poured it upon his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor.
So they're thinking of that money, man. Alright? And that was that. Oh man, sometimes you just gotta let carnal things go, man. But you can't blame them. Why? Because they were still, the word disciple means under disciplines. So they were still being taught. Because you really can't chat shit about the disciples. Why? Because they became the apostles, and in the disciples we see ourselves, man. It's all about what? A growth pattern. So at the time they didn't even understand. That's why Yahushua sometimes he got angry with them and used to curse them out. It's because it's like, damn, man, have I been so long with you? How the hell do you not understand this, man? Because as Apostle Harwan, I remember one time, maybe just over a year ago, sometimes Apostle Harwan, he puts the videos up, right? And it's just one picture on the screen, but he's talking. And he was getting angry about lukewarm people, man. And he started screaming and shouting and saying, I hate lukewarm niggas, man. And I actually felt scared about that shit, man. I felt scared, man, like, oh shit. Like he's talking directly to me. And he was really, okay, But the point is that when you're on a certain level and there's people around you that's not meeting that level, it's frustrating as fuck, man.
Yes.
It's like you're on a higher. That's why being around people in the world is frustrating, man. You just get angry because you're on a wavelength of wisdom, of knowledge, of discipline, of constructive stuff, man. But then everybody around you's on this giddy crap. Ah, yeah, the song and and it's like, fuck, man. Why don't you get it, man? So Yahushua was, building up his disciples, and they were still simple at times, man. And then he was just getting angry at them, like, come on, man, you need to get this, man. You need to get this. And the reason why Yahushua was so hard on them is because why? They're the leaders of the church, man. So you need to be up to that standard, man. Go on.
For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor.
Yeah.
When Yahushua understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always.
Yeah, so they're thinking about monetary gain, and it's like, yo, man, you can make money whenever, man. But me, I'm gone soon. I ain't gonna be here physically with you, for much longer, man. Go on.
For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the world, there shall also that this woman hath done be told for a memorial of her.
Talking about people being giddy. Oh my God.
Some stupid shit.
Doing all that
So
stupidness.
read that verse again. Brother Krishna.
For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial.
And that's kind of, when you think about it, like, you're meant to, when somebody dies, you put the oils and the ointments and the spices on them after the death. But Yahushua, it's like, imagine somebody preparing your funeral whilst you're still alive. It's like, fuck, you want me gone that quick? It's kind of sad when you think about it, man. But they didn't get it, so Yahushua's like, chill, man, just chill, leave her alone, man. Because she's doing this for when I'm dead, man. Because Yahushua really, he didn't get a proper burial, man. He was just put in a tomb, and then why did Mary and them go back after the Sabbath? It was to do the proper anointing and stuff, man, and put the spices. Because all they had time to do was put him in the grave and walk off, because the Sabbath was coming. But by the time they came back, he had already risen, man. So Yahushua didn't even get a proper burial, man. But he don't need a proper burial because he was alive, man. Go on.
For in that she hath poured this ointment upon my body, she did it for my burial.
Yeah, go on.
Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the world, the whole world, there shall also this, that this woman hath done, be told for a memorial of her.
So guess what? This woman, whoever she is, she's gonna make it, man. Okay? You know, she's gonna make it. Alright? Go on.
Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went unto the chief priests and said unto them, what will ye give me? And I will deliver him unto you.
So that's that sneaky shit, man. There you go. You have those guys that are they're around, okay, but then they're always disappearing. They just disappear and then they'll pop back on the scene, man. Alright? You know? He's there, and what were they doing? They were at meat, man. They were eating, they were drinking, they were chilling. They were in their downtime, man. Just eating, taking it easy in the house of Simon, right? As it said. But guess what? Judas walks off to go and be sneaky behind the Lord's back. now you and me, we wouldn't know that until it's made evident. But the scripture says Yahushua knew the hearts of man. So even when they were chilling there, Yahushua knew, yeah, this nigga, man, he's about to get up, he's about to stand up, he's about to leave through the back door. He's about to go and, you know, try and get some money for my head, man. But that's a guy in your camp. That's meant to be your brother, man. You know? That's why the scripture says the love of many shall wax cold, man. Go on.
And said unto them, what will ye give me, and I will deliver him unto you? And they covenanted with him for 40 pieces of silver.
Exactly. Was it 40?
So like 30 pieces.
Exactly. And I remember one time I was talking to Elder Mahad about something, and he said to me, man, I'll never forget this. He said, sometimes you just gotta let things play out, man.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Because you see something and it's like, no, I'm gonna stop this now. But sometimes you just gotta let it go, man. Because Yahushua, man, like he could have just been like, hey, yo, Judas, you a bastard, man.
Yeah.
Alright, I know what you're gonna do. You're a dickhead, man. I know what you're gonna do. And the Lord could have taken him out, but he just continued eating, let the woman not anoint his head and stuff, man. Why? Because you have to let things play out, man. Go on.
And from that time, he sought opportunity to betray him. Now the first day of the feast of the unleavened bread, the disciples came to Yahushua, saying unto him, where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover?
Yeah, keep going.
And he said,
Keep it in the back, go on.
go into the city to such a man that saith unto him, the master saith, my time is at hand, and I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples.
Yeah?
And the disciples did as Yahushua had appointed them, and they made ready the Passover. Now when the evening was come, he sat down with the 12, and as they did eat, he said, verily I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me.
That's tense, man. You in a room having a Passover, and then all of a sudden you say, look, you know, one of you gonna betray me, you gonna sell me out, yeah?
Yep.
You know? Go on.
And they were exceedingly sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I? And he answered and said, he that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me.
And that shows that really Judas was in a demonic trance.
Yes.
Because if somebody says to you, right, the sign that you're gonna destroy me, you're gonna betray me, is that you dip your hand in something, I'm gonna make sure I don't dip my fucking hand in that bowl, man. I'm gonna make sure I don't do that shit, man. But he still went ahead and was like, oh yeah, they're gonna do it, okay. And that's a trance, man.
Yeah.
That's a demonic trance over you that you don't even hear what the Lord is saying. You still go ahead and dip your hand, man. Go on.
And he answered and said, he that dippeth his hand with me in a dish, the same shall betray me.
So Judas did that, man. Okay, and he didn't even realize he was doing that shit, man. Go on.
The Son of Man goeth as it